What's up? This is the guitar part that I came up with. I think it's pretty cool, and I think you can do it. Um, I'll explain each part individually afterwards, and kind of just go through it to see how you do each, so you can break it up easier. I'll just do individual parts. But just while I'm gonna play the song all the way through first, but just so you know what I'm doing, um, I'm using one finger here to press down two strings. The strings are D string and G string, and then for some parts I'll switch to G string and B string. So it's just those three strings, which are D, G, and B. But I'm only using two strings at a time. So when you're strumming, you'll have to pick out which ones you're using. So this is like what it sounds like. And it may be hard to see what my hand is doing, but I'm just using one finger on those two strings. And I'll try and make it so you can see what my hand is doing a little bit. But like, for example, this is the intro part, where the banjo is right now. G, so that's open, so that's 2, open, and then 7. So that's A, G, and D is what those are. And there's also, I'll use those, and those are basically all of them. So there's this one, and then there's this one, and that's basically everything. And I'll play it in the order that I think would be cool, and you can practice and do what you can. So I'll play the song. But intro part for the song. It changes a few times. If you'll notice, there's a drum hit that goes that hits right on the one beat. So it'll go. You don't come in until the snare, and I played it through the video, and I think I did what I was thinking, but I couldn't remember everything. But basically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. We wanna be quiet for that drum beat because it's more dramatic and cool, and that's kind of what they do in the original version. So that part will change, but basically you're just those three, and it's really easy to kind of just go, or sorry, boom. So that's a cool little easy part, and I think it'll sound really cool because you're the only electric guitar going right now. I may put acoustic in there, but it'll basically just be banjo, electric, piano, bass, and whatever vocals we end up doing. So those other little parts in the verse that come in later after that part is when you switch to the G and B strings. The first one is D, it's up on the 7th fret, and again it's 7th fret, G and B, just 2 strings, 3, 4, back and forth, and then up to the 9th fret. Just let that ring out, and then the chorus happens. Chorus has those hits. Wait for those drum hits to come in. So it'll be boom. Sorry. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, what I did was I was on the 7th fret on G and B, and then I switched to B, G and B. So I was on D and G, and then I switched to G and B. Basically, some of the notes in that chord are used in another chord, and I thought that might be an easy way to do it. But you can do the chorus like this if sliding is easier. We have these 2 options. So think about this one. If you can do the other one, cool, but try this one. So here's the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the beginning part, and then you would go down to 4. So you'd go from 7 down to 4, and then up to 9. Instead of going from the 5 to, instead of changing which strings you're using, you would continue to use just the D and the B string, which may be easier. So listen to the way I arranged it and practice the parts. Practice the parts that we can't do individually, because a lot of times we'll break it up like we did last time, where you let one ring out and we go to the next chord, which we can do that, but there's some parts we can't do that in, and that's definitely the intro part. So get that part right, which is press those down really hard and get really good at those. I know we only got 2 weeks, but you can do that slide down there, which sounds pretty cool. It kind of matches the style a little bit. So that's what I got. Good luck. Text me or call me with any questions. Yep, bye.